how to structure your day around prayer. What does your prayer life look to you? Well, I'm going to tell you this. I'm traveling down this road. This guy right here has been following me for probably about a couple miles and swerving and all that kind of stuff, driving 10, 20 miles an hour over the speed limit, weaving in and out of the lane. Thank God he just passed me up so I could slow down. I was ahead of him for a little while, but he came right. He has a handicap sticker. Not that that means anything, or a handicap tag. Not saying anything negative towards that. Just kind of wondering like what's going on over here. But I was saying my rosary. I was saying my rosary before he showed up, but I was definitely saying my rosary for him to pass me up or to turn or to get out the way, because man, it's just not comfortable being in a setting where you got an old truck going 75, 80 miles an hour with a what they call that, trailer behind them in an old country Louisiana town. So what is your prayer life? How do you structure it? Let me tell you this. What you guys should be striving for is to be a saint. Part of that sainthood is your prayer life. What does that look like? Well, it's a lot of mental prayer. It's a lot of gratitude. And to give you an example, it took me years and years and years to develop what I have now, and I know that I'm not perfect. For sure. Oh, look, I'm passing up this guy now. Man, this guy's a little funny. A little scared of this dude. Here we go. Must be slowing down to the next town. So when I wake up in the morning, first thing I do is I thank God for today. And I'm very much quickly reminded to do it because in the evening times and whenever life is super stressful, chaotic, like it is right now for me, I'm already waking up with anxiety, fears. So Saint Mother Teresa at some point said, just thank God for today when you wake up. That should be the first thing. Thank you, God, for today. That's just a morning prayer, okay? Next is thank God for my wife and kids. You're spending your time in gratitude, just thinking that, not even saying it. Next thing is you can do formal prayers. You can do an Our Father, Hail Mary, Glory Be, etc. You can do novenas and all these things. You can say a rosary. For me personally, I have an email that I get, morningoffering.com, that puts a meditation of the day, has the readings for the day, the liturgy of the hours, and so I read that. And then I also have a meditation book that I read off of as well. Now, when I first started down this journey, it was just some very simple prayers. Get my coffee and start my day. But long story short, it evolved to about an hour, And then once I get my wife and kids off to school and me and my son go to school, I say a rosary on the way to bring him to school and to go to work. And then continuously throughout the day, if I'm not focusing on work and solving, I have to solve problems all day long. I invite God in on every single one of them because the problems I have to solve now are bigger and badder than the problems I had to solve before. So if the problems are ever consistent growing, if you're growing and developing as I am, especially as a business owner, I see different problems as I keep on pushing the things that I'm doing. And long story short, I need him to solve them. I need to give it up to him. And look, there's times where it's like, I don't know how I'm going to get out of this situation. And I just I'll lay prostrate on the ground and start praying. And then there's an end to the situation. And the end may not look like how I would like it to look, or how I expected it, or kind of configured it, or whatever. Sometimes it comes out better for me, sometimes it comes out worse, but I don't really know what's good or bad for me, because even in the worst, it opens up other doors. And so, like, things that I have to solve, problems I have to solve, that I ask God to come intervene with, even if it doesn't get solved to the degree where somebody is, if everybody's happy, let's just say, well, that starts opening up the doors for people to see, like, I'm not trying, it opens up the door for me to have the conversations with people, to describe to them, let's figure out another way. And it really increases my negotiating skills, my communication skills, my gratitude, my appreciation for people working with me, etc. And so, long story short, even in the troubling times that I have to work stuff out, God still opens up doors for me. And once again, I don't know what's really good. And so at the end of the day, on my way home, besides shooting videos and stuff like that, I think is also a form of prayer, because it's evangelizing. I have a nightly prayer routine with my wife and kids. I have another email. I mean, thank God in 2025 people can really condense it down to or can package up something real nice into an email. But it's night prayers, and man, do my night prayers and a daily examination of conscience, which I do good some days, not good some others days, along with the routine prayers I say with my wife and kids. That ends the day. And along with talking with my wife and kids on how their day was when I get home, let me backtrack and find out what the best part of their day and their worst part, and if they have something bad, try to relate that into a degree of just like, well, did you think or feel Jesus was there with you? And not all the time does it make sense to say that, but man, in my mind, I'm trying to get them to acknowledge that this wasn't good or what was expected, but I felt the presence of Jesus. I saw Jesus. I saw Jesus do that. I knew he was there, And at the end of the day, I think a good structured prayer life over time is you're learning to let go of what you think and feel, and you're trusting more in God. And so I hope this helps somebody out today. Sunday, I'm on my way back from my silent retreat in Manresa, and I wanted to reflect on that right there. God bless.